Yay! Okay. Happy Tuesday. So, here's the situation. When I sat down to make this video, the first time my camera glitched. The second time I found out why it glitched, and it's because I ran out of storage. Which, to be fair, I haven't deleted anything that I've filmed since I first started doing these videos on this camera, so that makes sense. Now it's my third try. And at first I was kind of annoyed because I think I probably filmed like a few minutes the second try around. And I was kind of annoyed that I have to do it over again, but then I had some really big sneezes, and you guys know that like when I sneeze it's just really crazy, and so honestly it's for the best that I had to redo it because it was really crazy. But now we're doing the video, and when I sat down to make a Tuesday video this week, honestly all day, when I woke up this morning through lunch, all day I've been wondering, I don't know what to do for a Tuesday video. I don't feel like there's any more like recent updates. I don't feel like I have anything to review. I feel like I just did a like list of little things that I am loving recently. I feel like that's my go-to when I really don't know what to do. I'm like, oh, these are little updates that I can talk about. But today I really didn't know what to do for a video. So then I started thinking about pop culture. I'm like, what's just something I can just kind of yap about in a silly way? And then I remembered, oh, of course, Taylor Swift's big, obnoxious, crazy Madison Square Garden wedding, but I don't really feel like I have anything to say about that per se, or want to talk about it or dedicate a video to it. But then I had a genius idea, and that's why we're all sitting here today. So this is going to be a video dedicated to people who I think were invited. There may or may not be a rhyme or reason. People who I think weren't invited, and some of it's going to make sense, some of it's not going to make sense, some of it's just going to be because I say so and I just think that I'm correct. And really, the statistics are probably in my favor because she invited at least 1,000 people were in attendance, so I mean obviously much more were invited, so honestly I'm not really too concerned with my stats. I'm probably right. So let's get started. Okay, so and hopefully this list gets funnier as it goes on, because I don't really have, like, going into this, I only think I have like 2 or 3 people in mind that I know I'm gonna mention, and so hopefully it gets funnier as I just start grasping for straws. First and foremost, which is the reason why I got this idea, and honestly I don't know why it was him, but Jeremy Allen White, number 1. I think he was invited. Do I have any proof? No. Do I know that if they've ever talked? No, I don't know. But I think he was invited. He is just so beloved right now after being on The Bear. Everyone adores this guy. He's, I feel like, always got some new drama now that he's divorced, and I think he was invited, okay? I mean, and like I can see her being like, you know what? Watching The Bear and going, this guy's amazing. Why have I never seen him before? And then realizing he's been on Shameless this whole time and getting embarrassed that she just found about him through The Bear. So, yeah, I think Jeremy Allen White was invited. I just know it. Second, Brendan. I think I know for a fact he's invited. Haley Kiyoko was invited. Pete was invited. What more do I need to say? The Uries were definitely invited. However, and I've said this before, I think they were invited, but I think Brendan declined because he, these days, doesn't leave his house unless it's something to do with drumming, and like he's only going to go to an event if he gets to drum, and the thing is, Taylor already has a drummer, so there's really like no need for him to want to go. It's not going to be fulfilling to him unless he can drum. So I think he was invited, but that's ultimately, like, that's why he didn't go, which at this point I've grown to respect that he'll only ever go out of the house to drum. At this point I've accepted that fate. It was really hard at first a few years ago, but at this point I've accepted it. And so, yeah, Brendan I think was invited but declined the invitation. Next up we have Ryan Ross, and I'm going to say that Ryan was not invited to the wedding, but perhaps not for the reason you think. You're probably watching this like, oh my gosh, Cass, like, you're the only one in 2026 who still cares about Ryan Ross. And you know what? You may be kind of close to right, but also you're not. But you're mostly right. However, the reason is not because he's not well known enough or he doesn't know Taylor, any of the normal reasons. The reason is actually because he used to date Keltie Knight. I think Red era backup dancer fame, not actually fame, but she danced on the Red tour, and I know for a fact that she told Taylor all about her trials and tribulations in her relationship with Ryan Ross, and I think that they probably bonded, and I think if Taylor ever heard the name Ryan Ross, she would hate him, and I think in an alternate reality, Taylor and Ryan date, and it's just the worst relationship of all time. And so yeah, that's how I feel about that. I think he was not invited, but I think he was actually in the forefront of her mind. She's like, oh my god, I cannot invite this guy. Not actually. But like I think that's the case. So not Ryan Ross. Sorry to you, Ryan. Not that he would have come anyway because he doesn't leave his castle, but you know, let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. I just came up with this on the fly because his book is sitting right here. Taylor Jenkins Reid. We all know I have major beef with her because she's a writer who has these great ideas but just can't write. Of Evelyn Hugo fame, of course. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I bet you she was invited. And you know why? Because my beliefs are whatever's funniest. And that's funny. So, and also Taylor, she probably invited every Taylor in her PR team's address book. And I know that Taylor Jenkins Reid is in her PR team's address book, for a fact. So, yeah, I'm assuming she was invited, simply based on the name Taylor alone, but also because of the hilarity of everything else. Let's see, who else? Who else could have been invited or would not be invited? I'm trying to think. You know, I'd make the joke and say Carly Kloss would or would not be invited, but she was there. So, LOL. Let's see who else. This was far more entertaining when I had the idea in my head, because now I'm like, I can't even think of anybody else. Those are all the people in the whole wide world. Are there any other people she would invite? There's so many, I'm sure. Honestly, can I say something crazy? Honestly, Maddie Healy. I don't care. I don't know, I think she's in such a state right now that I could see that happening. Let me see. I actually can't think of anybody else. That's all the people. For some reason, I just felt really passionate about the fact that Jeremy Allen White was invited to this wedding, and I don't know why, but I wanted to sit down and make a whole video about it, and now I can't think of any other people. There's probably so many other people that would be funny to mention, but now I'm going blank and I can't think of anybody else. I don't know, can you think of anybody else? Comment below who you think was invited to the wedding. How long have I been filming for? 8:32. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's a respectable length of video, but I've kind of just been letting them time out recently. So, let me think. Now I'm right back where I started. A video with no video idea. Dang it. Maybe I should look through my camera roll and see what's up. Or see... Oh, Keltie. I had her Instagram pulled up actually just because I was curious if she went. And as of right now, there are no posts at the wedding, which is kind of shocking, but it says she's in Europe right now, and so that makes sense. But honestly, really surprised she didn't go and like milk the wedding for everything that it's worth, because that's very like typical her. You know who I bet was invited? Has he posted about it? No, I don't think so. Troye Sivan, I bet you he was invited, and I bet he laughed because he's besties with Charlie. But I bet he was invited. He was in all her little group posts back in midnights-ish, like 2022, 2023, group photos with like Jack Antonoff and whatnot. Like, he was there. I know he was there. Let me think. Honestly, I bet you she invited the owner of the cat shelter organization that let her have Benjamin Button from the Me music video. I bet you she did. It's honestly crazy. I don't know, guys. There's so much more interesting stuff to talk about. I just thought it would be really funny that Jeremy Allen White would be invited, and I honestly can't place why. I don't know why I found that thought so funny while I was doing the dishes. I was like, oh, yes, this is a hit tweet. I don't know, man. Maybe I should just end it and have the Tuesday video end here. Maybe this is the end of the line. Maybe it says, you know, let's talk about something more exciting. Brie, have you been following Zendaya's fashion updates from, like, Spidey Tour? And I know I sent you some of the Spidey ones, but, like, the recent ones, because they're so fun and creative. You would love. Also, you remember that summer when you and Nicole were obsessed with watching that fashion show? Do you guys still, like, watch fashion shows like that, or was that, like, a one-time occurrence? Was that an occurrence? I know Nicole still sketches her fashion outfits and stuff, but do you still draw designs and stuff? That's so cute. You should if you don't. I don't know, how was work? What'd you get up to? Did you take any more blood pressures? Did you take their temperature? Like, what do you do? Just medical assistant stuff, I'm assuming. So all the things, that's a lot of things that you're now allowed to do. It's a lot of power. The power of the sun in the palm of your hand. All roads lead back to Spider-Man. Something's wrong. Why do I have nothing to say? I always have something. Just say. What's going on? Can you still see me? You could not see me. Low-key, we have a bunch of different holidays in one right now because we have, like, fall, Easter, Christmas lights, even though those are up all year round period, and then the little pumpkins. Again, fall. That's a little silly. But, oh my gosh, you know what I could show you? Hang on, I'm obsessed with, this plant outside. It's, when did you send it? I think around, it was during spring when you sent it, Mom. It's so pretty, and it's like finally, oh wow, it's dark. It's like finally really turning red when it blooms or grows new leaves, and I'm finally understanding like how it works and everything. So I guess plant update, we'll do this. So first we have Lucy. She was out in the driveway earlier because it rained all day. So she was out in the driveway earlier, and I moved her over here so she doesn't get smushed. This is an update on Dorian Gray. Honestly, he looked really sad the other day when I came by, but he looks a little better now, I think, because I moved him out of the sun. I don't know, I'm still honestly, it looks so yellow. It's green, it's just because of lighting. If I go this way. There we go, that's a little better. But, yeah, so that's Dorian Gray. And then also, these chipmunks, man. Oh, hello. But anyway, this is the one I want to show you. Look how bright red and vibrant. It's so pretty. And this one is such a good, it's like at the perfect phase for this because they like grow, the new leaves grow in these. And then when they're ready, they open up and the leaves come out of the red. And you get these, and it's so beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. Like, look, this one, you have the pokey part in there, and then it's like unfolding, it like unwrapped out of there. It's so cool. I've really been loving watching it. I knew it was gonna be red eventually, but I didn't really quite understand how it would work, but they look so cool. there's a little one here trying to grow. And then there's also a little baby. There's a little baby plant down here. And the little baby plant is growing a little red one for the first time. I mean, I'm sure it had one at some point because it has other leaves, but it's the first time I've seen a red one, so it seems really happy, honestly. There's been a lot of bright red ones this last week, so I think it really, really enjoys the sun and the rain that we've been having. And we've also gotten, those aren't that pretty, but we have some pink flowers. These ones are still trying to bloom. And then I'm really curious to see how these are gonna look when they finally bloom. But yeah, plant update. And then, let's see, what else? Oh, I took her outside today to get some water, but now she's back inside. Or not inside, but you know what I mean. And yeah, that's my life. Those are my plants. Okie dokie. Now it's 16 minutes. I don't know what I did for the last 8 minutes after I ran out of people. Okay. I need to go, you can go skating at the arena. And I left my rollerblades out. Where are they? I left my rollerblades out so that way I would go skating again before it closes for the summer, because it's only open for like June and July. And I want to go again, but I still have not gone. So perhaps that's a this weekend thing or next weekend, I don't know. I have another paddleboard reservation, so I'm definitely gonna try to go to the lake sometime this weekend. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't decided which one yet, so we'll find out. Also, strange thing that I saw, there's a house around here that has power lines directly connected to their house. Like, it's the normal power lines, and then all of a sudden it makes a right angle and goes into their house. If I ever see them outside, I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna say, so I ask you a question, why do you get direct? Like, I don't actually, do one of you guys know the answer? Maybe you should answer that before I knock on their, I'm not actually gonna knock on their door, but like, if I saw them out there, I would ask. So yeah, I just feel really accomplished when I make 20-minute videos and let it time out. And so since we're almost there, I'm like, what can I do? Also, Brie, you know what else I love following? Whenever Youngblood's things show up on there and his accent, and he's just like live updating his tour and whatnot, and then it's just so fun. I enjoy those too. I enjoy following those. And I really enjoyed the cover that was on my playlist. Breezy, I love my birthday playlist so much. It's so good. It's, I think, my favorite playlist ever, ever, ever. I love it so much. I was listening to it and it was just like every song was exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. You just got it. You just did. Okay. Almost 20 minutes. Bye, Breezy. I'll see you on Friday, which is right before Mom's birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Not yet, but soon.